Trigger Squad, T. Antonio, owner creator Trigger Devils. How you guys doing? Sorry for the mangly look. It's morning. I just got back from MLG Atlanta, which you guys know, and I haven't really tamed all of this yet. I need to get my hair fixed up. So the reason why we don't have a vlog today is I just wasn't able to get it done in time, which is fine because I really wanted to make this video anyway. It's just one of those kind of super raw conversations. Not everything is always good in the videos or in the land of Trigger Devils, although this isn't a terrible video or anything. But it's something I want to talk about because I think it's very real, it's very honest, and maybe it's not the most flattering thing for me, but I think hopefully you guys can relate to it. It's part of the struggle. So, as the title suggests, this is a video talking about my confidence when I go to these types of events and why it falters. And I have to tell you, when I'm here, when we're doing what we do, I am the most confident in our work. It is undoubtable. It is obvious. But when I go to these events, I'm away from all of the greatness in the office and the team and all of these reminders of how good our work actually is. I go into it, especially like this time, I go into it knowing that Trigger Devils has pretty much exploded. So why shouldn't I be confident, right? Like, that's a good thing. Now, at the event, though, there's always going to be things, expectations that I have, whether I want to or not, that end up disappointing me. And I can feel my confidence wavering when it happens. And I hate it. I have to stop and remind myself not to lose my confidence. But I can tell you I did have some moments at MLG Atlanta where I do feel like I lost my confidence for a moment. And I can sense, not that I made any big decisions based on that, but I can sense certain angles or perspectives that I took, certain approaches that I took were based on those insecurities. And it sucks because I like being confident and I don't need to make any type of insecure choices because Trigger Devils is positioned so well now. So let me give you an example. This is specifically, I'll tell you exactly the specific thing that makes my confidence waver, and that is being snubbed or shrugged off by people. I really don't like that. And I don't know what it is about that particular thing that I can't handle well. It might just be a personality thing. But let me give you an example of the type of thing that makes my confidence waver. So as you guys probably know, Optic was very well represented at MLG. And we don't work with Optic at all. And I don't necessarily know that we will be anytime soon. But I still like to talk to the guys. I still, I like what they do. I admire some of their work. And to another degree, like where I'm coming from now, I've invented a gaming accessory. Like I have built a successful gaming startup. So I don't feel like I'm no one in the industry anymore. So I kind of relate to these guys. I feel like I'm on the inside. And and some people just don't see that yet, and that's the truth of it. So an example is Pomage, who, if you happen to watch this, Pomage, this is by no means a criticism of you. You do good work. It's all good. Pomage was on the floor, working the crowd almost the whole tournament. And I was just like so impressed because if you guys know, many of the influencers, they'll make cameos and stuff at these events. But then the pros, of course, are like, they're either in the pro lounge or they're on stage competing. So they don't spend too much time on the floor working the crowd. Pomage was way, way different. He was head and shoulders above the rest on the floor of the event, around fans, hanging out with fans, it seemed like the whole time. So we are, I just happened to be watching, I think I was watching Optic play on Bravo stage, which means it wasn't on the main stage. It was on a smaller one that's kind of off to the side. Decently big crowd watching that game play, of course, because Optic is playing. So this is like towards the later day loser Sunday, I think it was, loser bracket. And I had seen Pamaj around the venue so much. And I talked to him a little bit on the first day, and that was fine. But this is the type of thing that really gets me. I was standing right next to him at one point, and I'm not trying to get anything. I know that he's not going to work with me anytime soon. I'm not trying to coax him or court him or something. But I told him, I was like, "Hey, dude, you've been on the floor like more than anyone else here. Like that's awesome. You really I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I said I'm really impressed with how much time you've spent out here on the floor working the event." And he said, "Yeah, that's it's about the fans." He was nice about that, but like literally, we were standing next to each other for 2-3 minutes watching this game. I say something, he says, "Yeah," stops for a second, and then just walks away from me. And that happens, and it's like he just was like, "Oh, time to reposition away from this guy," and just moves like 3 feet in front of us. No more connection, no more standing next to me, apparently. That sort of stuff is like, I don't like to admit that it bothers me, but it does. And this is kind of a way for me to, I'm not even that much venting about it. I'm over it. We're here. I've talked to the team. They're so good at lifting me back up in those moments when I need it. It's like I'm not perfect every time. Every once in a while, my confidence has faltered. It's not that big of a deal. The reason why I want to bring it up to you guys is so that you guys can get a view as to what some of the struggle is here. For me personally, going through this, that it's not all roses. There are moments that even the most confident people can have their confidence shattered. And not that my confidence wasn't shattered in this case, but time that happened to me, it was a mixture. Some people were more receptive than others. The people who were receptive are smart, in my opinion, and the people who aren't receptive, even if the fact that they can't work with me or something, if there's a conflict of interest, that's fine. But if they just choose not to be receptive to me, it's getting to a point where I just feel like that's ignorant and not a smart choice on their part. That's the kind of confidence that I have. And I hate that I lost it for a bit. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's the truth of it. Like, I am this guy who invented this thing, and it's very successful. So, even if they're not able to work with me, someone who can say, I recognize that, to me, it's an indicator that that person's smart. They know what's going on. And the people who really can't and just need to get away from me without any acknowledgement of what I've achieved or what the team has achieved, to me, I'm thinking, is this person plugged in enough to know? Like, can they figure it out that this is the real deal? So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of how I left. I left a little bit bruised up from MLG, trying to talk to different people. And this is in no way something I want to minimize. There was a lot of great people that I talked to that were super receptive, that do get what Trigger Devils is all about and how big it's gotten. Like, there's a lot of people who really recognize that this is a real successful startup to be held at the level of Control Freaks. So to the people who did that, thank you. I appreciate that. And you're right. That was the right choice to make. So just know that those people are the ones who, in the future, I'm always going to look back at and say they knew what was up. You know what I mean? Maybe they can call me and if they need a favor sometime. That sort of stuff. It's just like I have hopefully ways to show my appreciation for the people who supported it early. And I still consider it the early days. I still, as successful as Trigger Devils has become, I still don't feel like we've made it. So Today is still the early days. Any influencers who watch this video, I would just say, if you've done the shrugging off in the past, no hard feelings. All you got to do is change your mind and give the old Trigger Devils a shot if you haven't played with them, because they are really good. But although my ego might be bruised at times, my feelings are not hurt. I don't hold a grudge against any of these YouTubers at all. So I'm just working on making sure Trigger Devils is successful. That's all I care about. And I don't care about my bruised ego. Really, I don't. So that's what today's video is. I hope you guys enjoyed the honest, raw, real commentary here. Drop a like on the video if you did. Tomorrow we have a vlog. Hopefully I can get it done in time. Tomorrow will be the third vlog for my Bulgy Atlanta in the series. If you want, you can support our Patreon if you want to see more vlog type content. Link down in the description for that. And that's all I have for you guys today. T. Antonio out.